parents never sleep, where dreams get buried 6 feet deep. Mama worked late, Pop wasn't home, so I learned from the block how to stand alone. Empty fridge but a full ashtray. Uncle said life's a war, no time to pray. School felt like a place I ain't fit, so I dropped out with a pen and a grit. Tagging walls just to feel like I'm seen, writing rhymes in the dark, chasing one dream. They said I'm reckless, but I'm just broke, trying to breathe in a world built to choke.
Trying to fly with these concrete wings.
Caged youth,
still dreaming. All one mic, one shot, no kings.
Rise or rust, no silver rings. Every step felt like walking on nails. Every friend gone locked her in jail. Mama cried silent when the rent came late. I saw her pain, but she smiled at fate. I ain't asked for pity, I just wanted a lane, but the world only answers the money or pain. They glorify stacks, but don't show the scars. Don't show the nights crying under parked cars. I made a vow I'd break the chain, build a life from this concrete strain. If I fail, I'll fall on my name, but I'd rather go out fighting than playing the game.
Go trying to fly with these concrete wings.
No escape,
still dreaming. All one mic, one shot, no king.
street gospel, truth bleeds.
Concrete don't bend, but wings, they still try to rise, even with weight chained to the skies.
Treat us like numbers, scratch, but we bleed just the same. One world, one people, still divided by the name.
Vinyl hit stick beat, drops raw instead. Vinyl hit stick beat, drops raw instead.
Look into the mirror, what do you see? A barcode, a file of humanity.
Another kid in Gaza ducking bombs from skies, while CEOs pop bottles stacking lies.
Borderlines drawn with greed and steel.
Refugees walk miles just to beg for a meal. Cops choke lives while the law looks blind, and the world keeps scrolling, never rewind.
They profit off war while mothers weep.
Kids learn trauma before they learn sleep. No water, no rights, no love, no aid, but they got funds for parades and political charades.
Oh, we cry, we bleed, we break, we need.
We heal,
Not numbers.
One world still torn by greed.
Where's the love here to pay?
I see kids in cages,
Hearts in rage, pages of pain in this modern age. Scroll past hunger, click to the next, like struggles just content to digest. But I ain't here for views or clout, I'm here to scream what they never shout. This mic ain't luxury, it's a plea from the gutters of hope to you and me. We ain't meant to compete to survive, we meant to rise and keep each soul alive. So I rhyme for the lost, the unseen, unheard. Every heartbeat crushed by a system absurd.
we cry, we bleed, we break, we need.
Justice, unity. One world still torn by greed. Stand together.
Listen close, we speak from the cracks. No gold chain, scratch, just truth and raps. Rap, crackle, laugh, kick hits, boom, bap, rap drops. Raised where the lights flicker more than they shine, where a dime feels rich and a dream's hard to find. Mama cooking hope with the gas turned low, while the landlord knocking just to threaten the flow. I seen kids get booked for $1 a dope, while suits steal millions wrapped in a vote. They know justice, just cuffs that click, and the public defender too tired to stick. They say pray hard, but the ceiling's cracked. God might hear us, but the rent talk back. So I rhyme in the dark with a flickering lamp, scribbling bars like food stamps with cramps. They don't wanna hear our cries. say progress, but I ain't feel none. Still dodging eviction, still raising my son, still watching the lease get richer off pain while we stretch bills in the cold and rain. This ain't envy, this fury refined for every lunchless kid with a brilliant mind. We paved this land with our broken shoes and still get blamed when the system screws. But I ain't just mad, I'm the voice they mute, with a beat in my chest and the pen is my root. So I spit for the crack, for the bruised and the bent, and every cent earned from a dollar they spent. Rate spent. They don't wanna hear our cry. No silence now. Truth like thunder. So we shout with rhyme, shout with rhyme. Street sermons rise, boom boom bap forever. We don't need stages, just a sidewalk and a speaker. No filters, no fame, just facts and 16s. With the prophets they ignored, but we never stop speaking.
A war outside, nobody's safe from. It's deeper than rap, this is class war. Some eat steaks, some eat straw. Yo, alive, final crackle massa, kick for rap more like dental. Bass groovy.
Yo, I walk where the sidewalks crack like my fam's dreams, where hunger got teeth and it bites through jeans. They live in penthouse lives, we in roach hotels. While they dodge tax laws, we dodge fake shells. Kids sell candy so mom don't cry, while execs get bonuses watching stocks fly. It's designer for them, survival for us. They ride Bentleys while we fight for the bus. Got a fridge full of silence and overdue bills. They sip success, we swallow our pills. A world where wealth buys grace and time, but the poor do time just for crossing the line.
From concrete floors to velvet skies,
True hurt.
dream big while the rest just survive.
They blind and blind.
From concrete floors to velvet skies,
True hurt.
some dream big while the rest just survive.
Divide and blind. They close our schools, then build more jails, while the system sell futures and tips the scales. They flood the blocks with debt and hope, sell dreams and chains, hand us a rope. The rich post quotes while the poor post bail. Same storm outside, but a different sail. You got options, cool, we got trauma. They inherit stocks, we inherit drama, but we still rise with grit in our chest. Even when the world got a knee on our neck, they fear our minds when our rhymes ignite, cause we spit what's real when they dim the light.
From concrete floors to velvet skies,
Break stand doors,
some dreaming big while the rest just survive.
break the chain.
From concrete floors to velvet skies,
One world, two prices.
some dreaming big while the rest just survive.
You call it freedom, but the keys only fit a few hands. While the rest of us, we build your cities, we clean your mess, and we're still told to be grateful. Nah, we're done being quiet.
I see a monster in my mirror.
Escape from the man I became.
Burn it down, build again. Vinyl back, vinyl back.
Looking in the mirror with the fist through the glass, past fighting back like it's begging me to crash. I was raised in a cage made of steel and regrets. Mama cried every night while I chased fake checks. I was just a kid, but I moved like a ghost. Heart full of noise, but I never came close to saying what I felt. I just buried the screams. Now they claw at my ribs when I try to dream. Yeah, I lied, I stole, I played the fool. Tried to be a king, but I broke every rule. Now I'm here with the truth and the pad in my hand, trying to turn the lost boy into a man. Vinyl
Piano hissing like the voice in my head. Every beat a confession of the words I never said. Dead left, I blame me, then I blamed the block, then I blamed every damn hand on the clock. But time don't heal when you hide the wound. It just rots in the dark like a cold monsoon. I was violent, silent, angry and numb. Had a voice, never used it, now look what I've become. But I ain't here to whine, I'm here to confess, to wreck all the lies I dressed up as success. If pain is the price for my inner rebirth, then let this verse bleed right into the dirt.
Look inside.
Flames don't lie, it just flicker clearer.
Truth, the pain, let it burn, let it burn, let it burn.
The mirror cracked, but maybe it's a window now. Through the fire, I see a way out. Not clean, not safe, but real. No more mask. This time, I walk through it.
Hustle hard, heart strong. Never fold under pressure. This is for the grind. Vinyl crackle making it intense. Beat muscle thing I did through my bass that stand snare. Woke up early, dreams still loud. Concrete jungle, standing proud. Mama said hustle, Papa said grind. Lost a few battles, but never lost my mind. Clock ticking, rent due next week. Bill stack high, future looking bleak. But in my heart there's a fire burning. Every scar, every lesson, every page turning. No shortcuts, just long roads. Keeping faith when the cold wind blows. From the pavement to the stage, I'm rising tall. Hustling hard, that's how I ball.
Hustling hard, never fall apart.
Keep grinding, real talk.
From the streets to the charts, that's the art.
Hey,
Hustling hard, never fall apart.
keep grinding, real talk.
From the streets to the charts, that's the art.
Saw friends fall lost to the streets, but I lace my kicks, stay on my feet. Dreams bigger than the block, bigger than pain. Every verse a step, every rhyme a gain. No silver spoons, just grit and soul. Turning struggle into my ultimate goal. They say the game's tough, but I'm tougher still. Hustling hard, that's the real deal.
Hustling hard, never fall apart.
Keep pushing, real talk.
From the streets to the charts, that's the art.
Hey,
Hustling hard, never fall apart.
keep pushing, real talk.
From the streets to the charts, that's the art.
It's more than just the money, more than the fame. It's the heart in the hustle, the fire in the game. Hustle hard, heart strong. Hustle hard, heart strong. Vinyl crackle making intense. Beat muscle thing and then do my bass then stand snare. It's more than just bars, it's survival. I speak my soul on my pain turned to poetry. Vinyl crackle, double beat, massa felon. Reverse piano, ghost in the Bellicon. I ain't had no shrink, just a pen and pad. Spilling out wounds that the world never had. Therapy sessions in a notepad fold while the streets grew cold and the pressure took hold. My pops ain't talk, he drank his truth. So I rhyme what I saw in that broken booth. Every verse a confession I never could say. So I bleed on the beat and I let that play. Mama in the kitchen with tears in her eyes. Bills on the table, prayers to the sky. I ain't cry, I wrote, turned pain to lines. Now the booth is my couch and this beats my spine. This mic my therapy, my soul's release. Let it out, read it out, real talk only. Every rhyme is a wound that starts to heal. Boom, rap, confession, no filter. This mic my therapy, my soul's release. Let it out. ain't rap for applause or a chain. I rap cause I needed to not go insane. They gave pills, I gave bars instead. They had scripts, I had rhymes in my head. I vented in beats, stitch scars with sound. What they write in journals, I lay it down. Every trauma, I flipped in the rhythm. Spoke truth that most too scared to live in. It's not just rhyming, this therapy's deep. It's late nights crying while the vinyl weeps. So if you hear pain, don't turn away. That's my soul on the wax, let the record play. This like my therapy, my soul's released. Every rhyme is a wound that starts to heal. This is real hip-hop, no shame, just truth. This like my therapy, my soul's released. Every rhyme is a wound that starts to heal. Corn pop, confession, no filter. They said man up, don't cry. But I cried through these rhymes. Every beat a confession, every hook a heartbeat. This ain't just rap, it's survival therapy with a mic instead of meds.
Living check to check, just survive. But still survive.
I came from the dust where the rent don't wait, where a dream's just a word they inflate then break. Mama pawned her ring just to feed us bread, while the landlord smiled, heart full of lead. Shoes got holes but we still walk proud. Learn to speak truth when the world gets loud. They pass bills for suits, none for the street, then call us lazy when we struggle to eat. I seen daddies fade, crushed by the grind, and brothers go numb trying to silence their mind. It's a rigged roulette and the chips ain't fair. They sell the American dream if you already there.
Our prime is broke, but we still try.
It's breaking down, system lie.
No safety net, just open sky.
One shot left.
Yeah, I spit for the janitors, hustlers in pain, for the kid with a pad trying to break the chain. We ain't lazy, we're exhausted from fighting the tide, while the rich play golf on the backs we provide. Minimum wage, but the price tags climb. Work overtime just to fall behind. Politicians preach like they lived off scars, but they ain't bled in alleys or behind jail bars. Still we rise like steam from the pot. Dreams boil slow, but we serve them hot. So next time they laugh at the broke and the bruised, remember diamonds form from what pressure abused.
I promise broke, but we still try.
Hustle or drown, pawn shop dreams.
No safety net, just open sky.
We still are fired.
This ain't pity, it's power. This ain't broken, it's real. And if they won't listen to the whisper, we'll make them hear the roar.
Suara kaset masuk pop is lalu beat mulai pelan. Crackle intense. Flip the page. This the part they never read out loud. This the ash between the lines. Everything burns. Dear pain. I wrote again. I wrote a verse with my veins, not a pen in sight. Told the shadows in my room we gon' eat tonight. Mama cried in the kitchen, bills stacked like guilt, while I stitch dreams from the cracks in the sills. My mind's a basement, ain't no sunlight down here, just echo of regrets in a notebook of fear. I used to pray prayed and cursed and stayed quiet for months. Now my voice like a match, every line go combust. They told me stay in school, but the hunger was louder. So I schooled myself in pain, bled ink for power. A kid with a desk staring, headphones loud, trying to drown the screams that came from the crowd.
Fighting through the ashes, trying to stay alive.
Boom bap forever.
Every line a battle, every breath a fight.
I still write. I ain't trying to be a legend, I'm trying to survive. Build a throne from the scraps of this 9 to 5. My journal's full of war, my mind's a riot, and every beat I touch turns cold and quiet. They flex gold chains, I got rusted pride. They pop champagne, I got pain inside. But I walk like a king in the kingdom of none, with my scars on display like a loaded gun. I spit for the kids with no role to model, just a bottle and a dream and that gas on throttle. We ain't broken, we forged from the smoke and the tears. Still walking through fire after all years.
Through the ashes, trying to stay alive.
It's that Ross.
Every line a battle, every breath a fight.
One mic, one soul, let it burn. If they never read this page, just know I wrote it with fire. And every flame got a name. If they never read this page, just know I wrote it with fire. And every flame got a name.
I went through the ashes, trying to stay alive. Every line a battle, every breath a fight. I went through the ashes, trying to stay alive. Every line a battle, every breath a fight.
You ever look in the mirror and wanna punch that dude back, like he holding your fate hostage?
I don't trust nobody, not even me.
Mirror, mirror, tell the truth. I wake up to demons that sleep in my bed. I don't brush them off, I feed them instead. Mirror cracked and my hands still bleed from punching my reflection like it owed me peace. They said I changed, yeah, damn right I did. From that broke ass kid with his hopes all hid. Now I'm one verse from snap, one rhyme from collapse, one thought from throwing it all in the trash. But I breathe through it, deep like the bass. Let the beat be the blade that I sharpen in place. I'm not afraid, nah, I'm too far gone. Too many nights I spit pain till dawn.
Fighting my shadow every night.
Mirror wars, ain't no peace inside.
Trying to break free from this fight.
Trust no one, not even your mind.
Yo, I'm done playing nice, done hiding the scars, done begging for a chance while they hand out stars. I was raised in the cracks, slept in the fear. Now I rhyme like my anger's been bottled for years. I ain't here to inspire, I'm here to explode, to spit every damn truth that I've carried alone. I ain't your savior, I'm the echo of pain, that voice in your head when you walk through the rain. Look, I'm broken, but I function fine. I just rap through the static and the wires in my mind. So if I make it, no, it ain't by chance. It's the war with myself that gave birth to this stance.
Oh, fighting my shadow every night.
Sharp thoughts, bright mic, boom bap soldier.
Trying to break free from this fight.
It's me versus me, trust no soul.
The same music. It's a therapy session with no couch, no pills, just pain, and a beat that won't judge me.
Pressure made me, don't get it twisted, but I was forced in fire. Boom bap soldier, no surrender.
Yeah, hey yo, I came from the chaos, sleeping at gunshots. No lullabies, just sirens and blood spots. Had dreams in the gutter, schemes in my head while the landlord knocking for the rent. I ain't fed. My stomach was empty, but the vision stayed full. They threw hate on my back, I turned pain into fuel. Used to spit bars in the piss-stained stairwell. Now the booth light red like I'm born from hell. I ain't asked for your help, I ain't begged for a pass. I just stared at the mic and made time collapse. Every L that I took put a crack in the ground. Now I walk like thunder, I don't make a sound. I was built for pressure, hard times molded me. Can't be broken, turn pay the treasure. From the block, still standing. Hey yo, they prayed on my fall, now they stuck in the bleachers while I lace up pain and deliver like preachers. I ain't soft, I'm a storm that grew legs and walked. Taught myself how to fight when the world just talked. From food stamps to stages, from rage to focus. Now I spit truth that's sharp like locusts. This ain't luck, it's blood, sweat, bars, and grind. It's the voice of the voiceless, trapped in time. So if you hear my verse, know it's deeper than rap. It's a fist through the wall that they build out of traps. I ain't flawless, but I'm fearless, raw and loud. A king from the ruins with his head unbowed. I was built from pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. Boom, bap, born. Turn pain to treasure. Legacy over luxury. No fear. Pressure don't break me, it carved me. So when they see the crown, tell them I paid for it with everything. Peace.
I'd rather leave a mark than just a mansion. Luxury fades, legacy lives. A man ain't defined by the gold on his neck.
Vinyl crackle ride steady dusty. Piano loop builds, snare snaps and beat drops. Gritty and raw. They flash wealth like it's wisdom, but I seen the lies. Tears behind Bentleys, pain in disguise. You ever seen a man rich with no soul left? Smiles on a gram, but inside death. I came from the steps where we fought to breathe. What make it out meant more than cheese. I ain't here to be a legend in the brand. I'm here to be a voice when they don't understand. Gold watches don't tick louder than time, but your child gonna know if you built the spine. So I pen each line like a will to my seed. Legacy ain't a chain, it's a life you lead.
I choose love, I choose truth, I choose purpose.
Legacy first.
Never sell out, let my name mean more than just surface.
Real respect, real, pass it down.
They told me chase stacks, flash like a star, but stars burn out. I'd rather raise the bar. I don't need gold rims or designer tags. I need my kid to know I ain't wave no flag. I stood firm in the fire, never begged for clout. While some sold their names just to get a route. But see, the truth don't crack even under stress. Wild diamonds break in the face of tests. Build your home with morals, not marble floors. Cause the storm hit rich and poor indoors. When I'm gone, don't cry, cause the money ain't high. Just say he kept it real till the day he
I
died.
choose hard, I choose fight, I choose rules.
No selling out.
This is true, let my story echo deep in the youth.
Legacy over luxury, live proof.
I seen fake smiles on rich folk coffins, and broke dads die with their purpose locked in. What's the price of life when the soul is sold? What's a mansion mean when the child turns cold? So I give what I got, even if small, even a whisper of truth can shake a wall. My last dollar might feed my kin, but a fake life can't buy where you been. Legacy's the lesson you leave in your dust, not the leather you flex or the whip you trust. So play this when I'm gone and the world move on. I ain't chase gold, I built a dawn.
I choose depth, I choose grace, I choose soul.
Legacy lives.
But when I'm gone, let the real take hold.
Respect the name, truth is gold. One day the lights dim, the applause stops. But what you gave, that echoes. Let your story outlive your shine. Legacy over luxury. rules, yeah, I learned that quick. When the lights went out and the fridge went sick. No heat in December, no gold in the plate, but my mind lit up like a fire escape. I seen mom cry over late rent dues. Pops got goats, left pain in his shoes, so I laced mine tight. Hit the street with plans, flip verses like bricks, had the world in my hands. From the gutters where the dreams feel cursed to the booth where I spit like the pain reversed. We ain't asked for much, just a chance to rise, but they tax our hope and sell us lies. We came from the bottom, now we chasing the sky. Money talks, but so loud. Gold in the grip, pain in the shine. Grind never quits, count every dime. I seen rich men drown in greed and broke kids grow wings from knees. So don't talk to me about bins and chains unless you walk through rain with hunger pains. I ain't flexing with chains, I invest in mine, trying to break that cycle they design. Credit low, dreams high, still I try. Turn a late notice into a battle cry. Loans on my back like bricks on a mule, but I hustle with grace. Real rich ain't cruel. It's love over labels, truth over fame. Cause if you lose your soul, what you really gain? We came from the dirt, now we speak it in gold. Get yours, don't fold. Gold in the grip, rise from the cold. Stay bold, control the road. This for the ones who pawn dreams for meals and still wake up swinging like steel. I ain't chasing clout, I'm building a vault. A bar so sharp they could open a vault. Look, the money don't heal, but it sure helps mom. So I rap for a check and for calm. But the goal ain't just green, it's freedom too. To rewrite fate like the authors do. So stack your bills, but stack your name. Live with purpose, not just fame. They want us blind with gold in sight, but we shine from the grit, not just the light. Gold in the grit, hustle in the bones. Rise through it, this your throne. Money in hand, but truth in the tone. Legacy, build your own. Money don't make the man, but it should test him. So earn it honest, stack it wise, and never let the grind erase your pride. Peace. Forgive me, Mom. I ain't mean to cause you pain. I was young, lost in the dark. Now I see the flame.
Mama, if pain had a voice, it would sound like you cry. Late night, holding pillows, asking God why. I was too blind, chasing shadows in the street. While you prayed over meals I refused to eat. I stole your peace, gave you gray in your hair, but you still kissed my cheek like I was in despair. You warned me, begged me, told me, boy, choose right. But I chose a Glock over your lullabies at night. Now I'm sitting here with guilt in my veins, trying to right my sins. In these 16's a shame. I ain't say it back then, but I knew I was wrong. So this track is my apology disguised as a song.
Forgive me, mama. I was blind to your pain. Oh, I was lost. You held it down when the world turned away. Still you loved.
Remember that time I ain't come home till dawn. You was in that kitchen praying something ain't gone. Eyes red, voice soft, you ain't raised your hand. You just said, baby, this ain't part of the plan. I saw you walk to work with holes in your shoes so I could wear fresh kicks and pretend I ain't lose. You skipped meals just to keep the lights lit while I threw cash on chains and foolish. Show you motherfucking every cop light, every knock on the door. I gave you fear when you deserve more. So now I write these bars with a tremble in my pen, saying sorry over beats again and again.
Forgive me, mama. I was broken inside. I was cold. Your love stayed when the world said goodbye. You my light.
I owe you more than I can ever repay for the nights you stayed up just to kneel and pray. You ain't need diamonds or a man with a Benz. You needed your son to grow past the ends. Now I see it. Every tear you held back was a shield from the world, so I stay on track. Even when I failed, you stood, never bent. Mama, your strength was heaven sent. So if I make it, if I get that shine, know the first brick laid was from your grind. I ain't perfect, still got scars on my soul, but your love is the compass that makes me whole.
Forgive me, mama,
For the hurt and the years, you a queen. I found the truth in the echo of your fears.
this my sorry.
I didn't say it when I should've. Didn't show it when it mattered most, but mama, this is me broken and real. No gold chain, no spotlight, just a voice asking forgiveness
from the only woman who never gave up on me. I love you.
I was on. I was on. I was on. I was on. It's the streets that test a mother's love. She cried, but she never folded. Real queens raise kings in war zones.
Final crackle della piano mind the loop. Lalo dentro mom beat my soup. I seen mama cry in the hallway light, trying to mask the pain while she cooked at night. Dad gone ghost, rent still due, but she wore her pride like it still was new. Crack palms from cleaning homes that ain't ours, then walking past dealers with her groceries and scars. Her tears hit the pavement like war drum kicks, but the hood don't listen when the queen feels sick. She told me, boy, don't die for the block, but I was outside with a sock full of rock. Didn't see her pain till my cuffs went tight. Now her voice echoed through my sleepless nights.
Mama's tears fall, but her back still strong. Still she rise, still she move on. Raised me right in a world gone wrong.
That's love, that's mom. She ain't need church, she prayed in silence. Lit candles in the kitchen, filled with violence. Yelled at me with love, slapped truth in my head, while the system wanted me locked or dead. Mama never wore Gucci, but she wore grace. Carried weight like a soldier with a calm face. Saw her stitch holes in my jeans in my life. Told me what you survived don't define your light. Still remember her voice, you more than a trap. But I chase street dreams with a strap in my lap. Now I spit bars hoping she proud of her seed, cause her love was the soil while I planted my creed.
Mama's tears built the man I became.
From the pain
to the flame, she cried silent, never begged for fame.
all respect, say her name. Now I walk through this hood with a voice in my dome. Every crack in the sidewalk feel like home. Mama, you the anthem in my headphones loud. You the reason I ain't buried or a ghost in the crowd. No medals, no headlines, no trophies in glass, but you turned every struggle into masterclass. I owe you more than these words or tracks. I owe you time, peace, and taking pain off your back. So when I tour these stages and get that shine, it's your name I scream at the back of each line. You ain't raised no rapper, you raised redemption. Mama in the mud still define perfection.
Mama's tears turn to strength in me.
Never broke.
Let her be free from the ghetto to eternity.
Salute that, she raised me. She was more than a mother. She was proof that love survives war. No spotlight, no sound check. Just a woman with a heart bigger than any street could hold. This one's for every mama that cried, but never quit, never bowed, and always believed. Peace.
Everything I am is from that kitchen. Mama made away with nothing. Soul food for the soulless.
It smelled like rice, struggling, love in the air. Cracked tiles, hot plate, but mama was there. Sunday pots boiling with pain and hope. Cooking up peace when we barely could cope. No silver, no china, just metal forks. Ramming with dreams and off-brand pork. She ain't have much, but she served it with pride. Even when the lights cut, she light up inside. Used to stretch one can like it's gourmet cuisine. Turn tap water into soup, keep the dishes clean. She fed more than my belly, she nourished my will. In the kitchen of prayers and unpaid bills. Her mama's kitchen where the world felt right.
Part of the block, she the flame in the night.
She stirred the pain into something warm.
Respect that queen, love through the storm.
Steam on the window, chillin' the breeze. She'd hum old tunes while she cooked with ease. Old radio playing that Marvin Gaye while she chopped up onions with the rent and delay. Every pot was a sermon, every plate was a prayer. Even when the fridge looked ghostly bare, she taught gratitude from the crumbs on the plate. Said, boy, say your grace, don't be cursing fate. I used to sit at that table, elbows ashy, from a fight or a school day nasty. She ain't judge, just pass the rice and greens. Said eat your pain, let it sharpen your dreams. But mama's kitchen where we learn to fight. No silver spoon, still raised us right. She flipped the heat into something divine. Soul survivor, that stove held the line. Years later, I spit on mics and stages, but my heart still lives in the food-stained pages. That kitchen's gone now, just memories glow. But every lyric I cook got a flavor in the flow. I write bars like she stirred pots, slow and wise, with seasoning deeper than the world's disguise. Mama ain't just cook, she created a shield, turned crumbs into comfort, war zones to healed. And if I ever make it, first plaque on the wall gon' be hers, hung up beside that stove so small, cause she built the feast with no tools, no fame, and still fed kings without calling our name. But mama's kitchen where the world felt right. Legacy lives, she gave us life. She stirred the pain into something warm. Ghetto gourmet, heart of the storm. No chef hat, no cookbook, but every plate told a story of pain, survival, and unconditional glory. That kitchen, it was more than a room. It was a church, a battlefield, a temple. Mama's kitchen.
Everything I am is from that kitchen. Mama made away with nothing.
Soul food for the soulless.
Vinyl cracker with rap soul sample like
Smell like rice, struggle and love in the air. Cracked tiles, hot plate, but mama was there. Sunday pots boiling with pain and hope. Cooking up peace when we barely could cope. No silver, no china, just metal forks. Rhyming with dreams and off-brand pork. She ain't have much, but she served it with pride. Even when the lights cut, she'd light up inside. Used to stretch one can like it's gourmet cuisine. Turn tap water into soup, keep the dishes clean. She fed more than my belly, she nourished my will. In the kitchen of prayers and unpaid bills. Mama's kitchen where the world felt right. Heart of the block, see the flame in the night. She stirred the pain into something warm. Respect that queen, love through the storm. Steam on the window, chill in the breeze. She'd hum old tunes while she cooked with ease. Old radio playing that Marvin Gaye while she chopped up onions with the rent and delay. Every pot was a sermon, every plate was a prayer. Even when the fridge looked ghostly bare, she taught gratitude from the crumbs on the plate. Said, boys, say your grace, don't be cursing fate. I used to sit at that table, elbows ashy, back from a fight or a school day nasty. She ain't judge, just passed the rice and greens. Said, eat your pain, let it sharpen your dreams. Her mama's kitchen where we learned to fight. No silver spoon, still raised us right. She flipped the heat into something divine. Soul survivor, that stove held the line. Years later, I spit on mics and stages, but my heart still lives in them food-stained pages. That kitchen's gone now, just memories glow. But every lyric I cook got a flavor in the flow. I write bars like she stirred pots, slow and wise, with seasoning deeper than the world's disguise. Mama ain't just cook, she created a shield, turned crumbs into comfort, war zones to healed. And if I ever make it, first plaque on the wall, gonna be hers, hung up beside that stove so small, cause she built a feast with no tools, no fame, and still fed kings without calling our name. Her mama's kitchen where the world felt right. Legacy lives, she gave us light. How she stirred the pain into something warm. Get a gourmet, heart of the storm.
No chef had no cookbook, but every plate told a story of pain, survival, and unconditional glory. That kitchen, it was more than a room. It was a church, a battlefield, a temple. Mama's kitchen.
where I'm from, survival is religion. This ain't living, just existing. Trust, nah, only trust the trigger. Only trust the trigger. Vinyl crackle
Magellan turtles, bass crawl, pelando baña, suena en sama the background.
I was raised with a block, bleed, smoke, and pain. Where kids learn to aim before they learn the name. Sirens my lullaby, concrete my bed. We dream with the eyes open, fear in our head. Crack pipes glow like street lights flicker. Pops never came home, mom's prayers get sicker. The preacher lost faith, cops lost control. And the schools just teach you how to fold a roll. I saw brothers get buried for a rep that fade. Hustlers trade time for a chain that's fake. They say make it out, but the walls close in. Even hope got a curfew when you're born in sin. Rhyme.
Stuck in the jungle trying to breathe through the smoke.
No way out, streets don't sleep.
Raised on the violence, truth in the choke. Gotta survive, it's real deep.
Look, this ain't a movie, this the realest script. Where kids sell dope cause the fridge been skipped. Where the OGs preach with a 45 tongue. And loyalty means run when the sirens rung. Playgrounds empty but the traps stay full. Books get burned while they worship the pool. A fast cash, fast death, fast lies. And no one lives long enough to ask why. This environment molds you, cold and relentless. Smile wrong and you might end up defenseless. So I write these bars like graffiti on a casket. Concrete jungle, every breath's Jurassic.
Stuck in the jungle trying to breathe through the smoke. No escape, live by the code. Raised on the violence, truth in the choke. Pray for peace, trust gets sold. This ain't just about guns or fights. It's about broken systems. About fathers gone, mothers numb. And the kids, we just adapt, or we don't make it. Rest in beats.